I want to say thank you to Scott and Strikeforce for giving me this opportunity. I want to say thanks to Showtime. I also want to say thanks to Nick for accepting the fight for his title. I'm just excited for this fight. I trained really hard for this fight. It's going to be exciting. I think this is what people want to see. I think besides all the stuff you've maybe seen on interviews or the 24/7, or not the show. I have respect for Nick as a fighter. I have enough friends, so I don't need to make friends, but I do respect him, and he's a good fighter. So I think when you get two good fighters in there, I think it's going to become an exciting match. So I'm just excited, man. I'm ready to fight the guy that's the best at 170, and let's get it on Saturday.
And how are you feeling at this weight?
I feel good. I really, you might be able to see the difference, come Saturday night, that Nick might be bigger than me. But I feel like I don't have to go through a whole body transformation to make 155. I feel like I have to cut off an arm. To make it, it's really hard. So this is just real comfortable. I can eat good, and just train a lot more, and be able to get through my workouts, real strong and stuff. So I feel real good. Like when I got with Scott before I even signed with Strikeforce, I told him I want to be involved in the most exciting fights with the most exciting fighters. And I had to get it past, a few good fighters, and now Scott's given me the opportunity to, fight a really good fighter. I'm really pumped up. So I'm been working out everything in the game in MMA because, Nick's good, takedown, boxing, everything. His style works for him. So this is a real important fight for me. I'm ready to make it happen.
Yeah, I was real angry at the time from, I felt like it was an inexperienced doctor stopped the fight. If you watch my brother's last fight, they didn't stop that fight. It was a really large cut over that guy's eye. And, that's just for example, that happens all the time. They don't stop fights. And this is a title fight, so usually they really don't stop it on account of that. And this first round, I was going on top, I was coming forward. It's not like I was ever hurt and running. So, I was really upset about that.
What about now? Is that something that still bothers you?
I'm just happy that KJ took the fight, and I didn't feel like he was going to take the fight a long time ago, and I'm just happy that he's here to fight now. And I'm just happy to be here to represent my team and Cesar Gracie, and that's that.
Yeah, I try to work on everything, be the best MMA fighter I can. Just work on takedowns and takedown defense. Just because I don't show that I do any submission wrestling in the fight doesn't mean I don't do it. I practice that as much as I do for my striking or my kickboxing. So it's pretty much all well around. That I'm practicing in the gym.
He was successful. He landed a lot of shots on you, cut you up. I know you said you weren't hurt, but he was successful offensively in the fight. What did he do that allowed him to be offensively effective against you?
I think that he was real patient in there. He was watching me really good, and I think he was looking for me to come in a lot and fight how I usually fight, and counter with the right hand. And it was kind of hard for me. I don't want to say it was. I had good training for that fight, but it's kind of discouraging to fight somebody that's nobody knows who they are and stuff like that. I'd rather fight Fedor, and you don't really want to lose to a guy that nobody has heard of. Not that I didn't think he wasn't good. I knew that it was going to be kind of a mess in there, and sure enough, it was. So, it's just that's what it is, I guess.
I go in every fight with a game plan. We'll see where the fight goes. I train for everything, so I can come forward, I can go side, I can go backwards, I can go to the ground, I can stay standing. One of the funny things about the first fight is I trained that whole fight camp going forward because Nick doesn't fight going backwards. So I've never seen him fight backwards, and he started shooting a lot. So I had to start fighting backwards that fight, and watch for the takedown. So we'll see. I'm ready for where the fight's going to go. I know I'd have to be stupid to think he's not going to try to take it to the ground. It's a 5-round fight. He's good at jiu-jitsu. He likes to wear his opponents down. So I'm ready for anything. I got a lot of tools. So whatever's going to work. I'll just, if one thing doesn't work, I'll go on the tool shed and grab something else. And try to hack away at that. So we'll see how it goes.
Thank you.
You know, that style that Nick has, that works for Nick. And, you know, like I said, I mean, I like watching him fight. He's an exciting fighter. I think besides all the stuff on the side, I think you're getting two exciting fighters in the ring that night, no matter what. Two guys that like to fight. I mean, I love to fight. I love my job, you know. With that being said, you know, his style works for him. And, you know, my style is a different style of fighting. I think styles make fights. He's beat a lot of guys, a lot of good guys, you know, legends, you know. But I'm not those guys, and those guys don't have my style. So, I mean, that's what we're going to see Saturday night, right? You know?
I don't look at it like, you know, I don't look at it like I love to fight, you know. I look at it more like I have to fight, you know, because if there was any quit in this game, from the beginning, I wouldn't have made it this far. You know? So it's just kind of my life is to fight, and that's what I've dedicated it to. So there's not really much off time. I've got a lot of teammates to worry about. A lot of times I'm worrying about them a lot more than myself, and then that helps, you know, take me through my fights. You know, before you know it, I'm trained up on account of these guys, and then I just kind of sharpen up for my fight. And some people say things like, I don't know why you want to live his life that way, but you know, it kind of enhances my sense of security, and that's just how I go.
And Michael Mitchell.com, by the way. You had a hard time taking KJ down in the first fight. Do you think you're going to be able to take him down this time, and why this time and not last time?
I took him down 3 times.
But you got really kind of beat up in the process while you were trying to. Yeah, I'd say you had a hard time taking him down.
You know, sometimes guys go 5 rounds trying to take somebody down, and then they get the takedown at the end of the fight. I took him down 3 times in 1 round. I felt like, you know, once I got a hold of him, they went down. I think that, I wasn't committing to a lot of takedowns either. A lot of times I was just grabbing him. It's not that I don't think it's hard to take this guy down. I think in a 5-round fight, yeah, he's probably going to go on bottom, you know, at some point in time.
Dana White said, you know, you don't play the game. Then the video came out this week, and you said you're ready to play the game. Just write down the job description and whatnot. Are you kind of hinting to going over to the UFC?
I'm sorry?
Guys, you know, Nick is our champion. He's going to be with us for a long time, and I'm going to be more than happy to have a conversation with you one-on-one after.
There you go. Let us face each other. You guys are out here. Everything's going. Look out one time toward these guys. Same thing. All right, 3, 2, 1. Okay.